How's it going, everyone? My name is Wesley, and this is the GE Racing or Good Enough Racing YouTube channel. And today I wanted to discuss and kind of give a little, or at least my just general discussion of the Lionel diecast and all that. And show you some other ones that I've gotten, and then just kind of talk about my little, I guess, discretions or my dislike for some of the quality stuff that they have going on, and kind of how quality has dipped a little bit. But this by no means is like me hating on Lionel for any reason or anything. Just wanted to kind of put this video out there for if you are looking to get into collecting diecast, specifically NASCAR, then kind of what you would be looking for some of this other stuff, because I see people asking like, why should I buy an Elite over an ARC and stuff like that. And I just want to kind of go from the different brands and stuff. I have mostly Lionel, but some action stuff here. I've had Team Caliber stuff before. One Matt Kenseth car, I think I traded it off for one of these cars here, and so their quality is pretty good. The details are really nice. I think they were mostly Roush cars, if I'm not mistaken. You can feel free to correct me in the comments below, but without further ado, I'm going to show off some of the cars that I have, and then kind of give my, I guess, discretion or whatever you want to call it. Talk about what I don't like and what I do like about some of the cars. So first up, we're going to go with one of the older cars that I have displayed, which is Kasey Kahne's first win, which is his Richmond 2005 win. You can see the detail of like the sticker on the windshield for the sun, I suppose, and just some of the other stuff, but like the wheels turn, everything, suspension goes up and down and whatnot. And even in the engine bay, not sure if you can see that well, it's super detailed. There's plug wires that are not like really, I don't think they're necessarily, they're plastic, but they're like, I'll show you what some of the other ones look like, and they just look really, really cheap. But this was made by Action before they were taken over by, I think, Motorsports Authentic or something like that. I looked that up. They were acquired in 2005, but this is like Action before they were acquired, which the quality really didn't dip down low from there. And also, that was a race version. This is his clean version, I believe. It was a 2005, maybe 2006 car. But one thing I really do love is it's just like the little details. It's got tire stickers for like new tires on there. I kind of wish that Lionel would do something like that. Just, I mean, I know like no one's ever gonna see it whenever it's displayed or anything, but it's just the little details like that that I really, really enjoy. But this one as well, even without being a race version, it has the same level of detail as the race version does. And even in the back, it's got a painted fuel cell and all of that as well. And I really, really think that Action and all that really put the time and the effort to making it a quality diecast. And Lionel did, but I feel like they've lost that a little bit, and we'll further go on and prove my point there. But next up is my Kasey Kahne 2007 Dodge Avenger here. This one is just a regular ARC, nothing fancy about it. And as you can see, the engine bay looks really nice. Again, painted fuel cell. I don't know if you can see that well. Suspension, it's got really, really nice detail underneath. The suspension on the rear doesn't move, but the suspension does have like little shocks that you can move it up and down here. And now, like I said, this was the ARC, or like the standard version of this, and I got that one to go along with my Elliott Sadler. Now this is the owner's Elite version, and I really, really love this because it adds details like these tethers right here. Even the tethers on the roof flaps and tethers for the hood and all that, like they would have in real cars. The motor, engine, and all that is a little more detailed. Again, I don't know if you can see it that well, but the suspension here moves. It's a little bit, it's got little springs and all of that in the rear. The front is pretty much the same thing. And I really wish I could find, I really want to find an owner's elite for my my Casey Kane one as well. So that's some of that. And then this is, we're gonna go into the Nationwide or Xfinity cars now, before we get to the newer Cup cars and whatnot. But this is a race version, 2008 Tony Stewart Talladega win. Again, it's got the suspension like this and whatnot. This is 2008, still a action diecast with the detailed engine, detailed rear, and all of that. And I really love this car. It's super detailed, and I really don't know why. I'll show you, I believe, a Lionel here in just a second. But the details that they got in the race win, and the details that they went to put, like the suspension and everything in it, the engines, even if you don't pop the hood, you know it's detailed. I really wish that Lionel would have done that moving forward. So we will skip to 2013. I have a 2013 Casey Kane Great Clips Shark Week car, and I didn't really notice this until until recently. But as you see in 2018, or not 2018, 2013, the engine is all basically just one plastic piece. It just looks super mass produced, which, I mean, yeah, it is, but I feel like they should put a little bit more detail underneath. It has some detail. Obviously you can see where it's, most of the stuff, like the front is just, it's not like an actual motor, it's just a printed bottom piece that's painted. But the back still has springs that don't really move. But like the wheels are able to be turned. The trunk opens up, and the trunk does have a painted fuel cell and all that. I don't think you can see it. But what I found really weird is this is a Junior Motorsports car. The wheels are being able to be turned and whatnot. But this is a 2013 Elliott Sadler when he was at JGR, and this one is pretty much basic, but it came in the exact same style box as the Casey Kane, but you can't open the trunk. I don't even think you can. Okay, you can open the hood, but it's just a mass-produced engine and all that. This one feels very, very like cheap. I don't know if there was just another option, but like the bottom isn't even as detailed. And I kind of found that really interesting, that in same year, 2013, for this, it seems like Junior Motorsports, I don't know if there was an option for like an elite version of the Xfinity cars, but both of the Junior Motorsports and even my like 2014 Kyle Larson car, they all are able to turn. But this is a I'll go with this one. This one, 2021 Kyle Larson Watkins Glen win, and it's the same way. Front wheels do not turn. It's very basic underneath, and hood opens, but even less detailed engine than before. The rear doesn't open, and then, to me, these cars just look kind of bland on the rear. Even this Kyle Busch Coda win just looks kind of bland. I don't really know why they did that. I kind of wish they would have just kept the same details and the posable front tires for any reason. It's just, to me, like cost cutting a little bit, but you're still charging people the same price that you would charge as before. Like, I mean, and now I think you're even charging like the same price for the Cup car, and we're fixing to move on to that. But it's just kind of crazy to me that they're charging $80 for these these diecast, and they're not just putting the quality that they used to when they were selling them for probably like $60 or so. So we're gonna move on to the cup cars, and we'll just go with an older one here. I have a Casey Kane 2014, 2015 car. Geez, can't get this one open. So let's see. Here we go. We got a 2015 Casey Kane car. They really didn't change much, but not so detailed engine. Wheels are able to be turned and whatnot. The back is all painted. I don't think you can see that. Good, like decent quality. I wish they would do a little bit more with the engine. Even underneath is pretty good quality. That was like 2015. I think I have a 2021 right here. Watkins Glen win for Kyle Larson. Still posable front, but the trunk is not able to be opened. And pretty certain that you can open the hood. Yeah. Yeah, same thing as the 2015. Really not that impressive of details on the engine. Very basic underneath. As you can see, there's just not even the level of detail. It's just kind of generic plastic with somewhat detailed exhaust and all that. But can't even open the trunk is kind of ridiculous because, like I said, people are paying 80. Might even be paying a little bit more. Obviously, this one is an autograph version, so you'd probably be paying like $100 and something for a race win that you can't even open the trunk and not detailed underneath. Kind of stupid in my opinion. But we'll move on to the quality control issues as well. I've seen a lot of this. So I will show the examples that I've really seen on my Josh Berry cars. I don't think you're gonna see it, but on the roof here, it looks like it had been scratched, and then someone just kind of took some white touch-up paint and just dabbed it on there. I didn't notice it until I got home from Daytona. But yeah, that's a little annoying. And then I just got this, and I just did a little inspection while I was here. There's a paint chip right there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There's a paint chip on this, and I paid $100 and I think $15 or so, because you got to pay extra for the foil number just so it can shine. But I mean, like I said, I didn't see it until just now, so I'm not going to really pick too much at it. I really had to look at it to find it, so I'm not gonna. I mean, it should have been caught and should have been fixed at QC, but yeah. So we'll move on to my gripes about the new cup cars. Is you're paying base price of around $90 or so for a car that is pretty much just a plastic bottom. There's no details because of this. I just felt like it's just kind of disappointing that because it has the air dam, you basically they can charge more, but not really make the details any different. So this is the ARC standard. You're gonna pay about 80 bucks for something like this. Pay a little bit more for a race win, and even more for an autograph race win. But standard is probably gonna be around 80, 85, maybe 90 bucks. Autograph runs are different. This is a track auto I got at the Wood Brothers, the truck. He had signed it that morning, didn't really charge me any more. And then we'll go to the Elites. This is a 2024 Kyle Larson. I believe this is just a standard Coke 600 scheme for last year. This is an Elite. In the Elite, you can take off the bottom and you have a full detailed bottom. I don't really know how much extra that would cost Lionel just to make all of them like that. The engine is a lot more detailed. I don't really know if you can see it a whole lot with the blue. But it actually has like headers and all that. I know that the engines are pretty much basic now, so there's really not a whole lot that you can do with them. I just wish that they would add some details somewhere to make it, I guess, worth buying and worth the money. You're gonna pay, I think nowadays, I think like 120 for an Elite. So these used to be like 100 and something, and then with the tariffs, they're like 120. But you can take off the bottom. These do come with extra little antennas up here. I don't have these on because they stay in, but if you pick it up and like move it, they can fall out and you'll lose them pretty quickly. But yeah, that's the kind of difference of some of the stuff. Don't really know. I just kind of want to put this out there. I don't really know who was looking into it, but I think if you're gonna spend the money and you have the funds available, just get an Elite. They're heavier. They feel really nice. They're metal, I think, like bases as plastic, as opposed to plastic bases in some of the other ones. But yeah, I just I think if you can get the Elites, and then the Elite Premier, which I don't have, they are kind of even more. Don't really know what's all in those. I'll have to try to find one, and then I could, I don't know, maybe make a short and comparing everything or going over all that. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below what you want me to say or see. If there's anything in the collection that you want to see more, I can do a short or something. But yeah, thanks for watching. Remember that you are good enough. See you guys next time.